Hey everyone, my name is Beth Keeton and I am a marketer in the fresh produce space, specifically in public relations. I own my own company, Elephant House PR, and I've been doing PR in fresh produce for about 10 years, tried to take a little stint out of the fresh produce industry and came right back in. I love this space so much. I love this industry, the people, and for reasons like this clean eating challenge is an example of why I love the fresh produce industry. And I've been watching my friends on social media do the clean eating challenge the last couple years and have been so inspired and encouraged. And so knew that this was the year. This was my year to apply, and here I am as one of the participants, and I'm excited for this journey. I hope that you'll take it with me, and if you're here just to support and cheer me on, I appreciate you. I'm gonna need it because I'm really good at getting going on a health journey, but I've tried all the programs, I've done all the different things, and for some reason I just haven't found something that stuck. I've found a lot of success. I have gone through weight loss journeys. I have gone through movement and clean eating journeys. And maybe like me, you find yourself at a desk all day and you get bored with certain routines, especially healthy ones that aren't exciting or fun or tasty, and you like travel. And I'm married to a chef, and so it's even more challenging sometimes to have the types of foods in our home that we really know we need to prioritize. So this is the year that I wanted to do it in a group where I've got accountability. I'm posting my life out there online for everyone to see, which is incredibly vulnerable, but I'm so excited because I've seen what it can do for my friends who have done it before me. And so I'm glad you're here. A little bit of background and just even this first week getting started with this journey, just so that you know where I'm coming from. So maybe if you relate, we can connect and talk about it for you. Is I sit at a desk all day. I do marketing, and in marketing, it's really a part of my natural bend to put things in order, to make things work, to put a bow on things. Everything looks great. Everything sounds great. Everything that's delivered is top notch. But internally, in my own life, in my own home, there's a lot of stress. There's a lot of overwhelm. There's a lot of habits that are built on the back end of that you wouldn't necessarily know if you know me as a marketer. So I think something that we can relate to in this industry in general is no matter what role you're in, you feel that in a sense, in some way or another. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of opportunity to make poor choices, whether you travel all the time, if you're in sales, or whether you're just in a fast-paced environment, if you're working on the floor, whatever it is. It's chaotic sometimes. There's no pause in fresh produce. And so I find myself a lot making decisions based on how I'm feeling and not so much based on what I know to be true. And that's a real vulnerable place to be, to realize that like that's a deep-seated issue. That's something that I'm really working through. This first week, we started on October 25th, and a week in, I'm just seeing the benefits. Like when I make the conscious effort to eat the foods I know I need to be eating and move my body the way I know I need to be moving, I feel better. I feel the way that I want to feel despite my circumstances, and that's new for me. And I'm just kind of recognizing that before I was feeling things first and then making a decision, and I'm swapping that. Now I'm making the decision to put the right things in my body and to move, and I'm feeling better as a result. And it's nice. I'm excited for more of that. I know that there's going to be ups and downs in this journey, but I think for me, just finding joy in picking fresh foods and moving my body again has been a lot of fun. I'm reminding myself that I really, truly love this industry. I'm putting my money where my mouth is, literally. I market this food all day long, and now I'm consuming it because I love it, but also because it's good for me. And I'm just finding the joy in foods that I've forgotten about for a while there, because I was getting the cheeseburger or the nachos and I was forgetting about fresh produce. I'm reintroducing foods that I love. I'm also reintroducing movement, which is really intimidating when you have not moved in a long time. And I mean, truly walking around does not count. Like, I was not moving intentionally. And getting out of breath, like going up the stairs, getting out of breath, walking around for too long, and not being able to keep up with friends on vacations, or not being able to do things because I was too overweight. Like, these things that are really hard to admit and really vulnerable to say out loud, but were keeping me back. And so going to the gym for the first time this first week was a little terrifying, but also exciting, because I wanted to see, like, what can I do? What is the limit that my body can take right now? Because I want to be able to look back and say, I started here. This is what I could do for where I was at, and here's where I can build to. And one activity that I got back into, which is not typically the first thing that people choose, but for me, I love spinning. I love getting on a stationary bike and cycling. And so in the apartment complex that I live in, we have a Peloton bike in our gym. And so I was like, I'm going to Peloton. I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it and just see where I can go. And so I picked a beginner 20-minute cycling class, and I got through it, but it was incredibly uncomfortable. Like, the bike seat, it just didn't feel normal again, like so uncomfortable to carry myself in the weight that I am on that bike. It was pretty mortifying, but I did it, and I pushed through, and I went at my own pace, and I didn't go as fast as the instructor, but I did it, and I was proud of myself. And over the last week, have been able to progressively grow in where I started at 20 minutes. I did a 30-minute cycling class the last week. And so that's exciting. I'm building, I'm adding things. I'm finding my love for getting on the bike again and just like doing something different. And so I'm just encouraging any of you who are on this journey with me, like, we get one body on this earth. And that's where I'm at, is realizing I have one chance to make sure that this body functions for my friends, for my kids, for my husband, for my work, for all the things that I want to be able to do physically. I have to be able to fuel this body the one time that I have it on this earth. And so I'm here with you. I'm excited for this journey. I'm scared to death to share some of the super vulnerable moments, but I'm also excited because they're real and they're raw, and I hope they encourage you. So here we go.